on these lands. It is especially important for us as Afghan Canadians to think about our settlement on this land and territory. As Afghans in Canada, we are separated from the spirits of our own ancestors and the lands in which they were tied to. But as a diaspora, we are comforted in the familiarity of their footsteps, echoed by the Indigenous ancestors whose lands adopted us. We must remember that we are guests on this land and we need to be better guests. So for the agenda for today, we'll start with some introductions. We'll have a couple of speeches from our guest speakers, followed by a performance by our very own advisory board member, Frishta Bastan. We will have some reflections from mentees and mentors in the program, a special speech by our youth ambassador, a final performance by another one of our advisory board members, and then we have a final raffle and draw. So stick around till the end, and then it will be the wrap up of our final program.
Great, so as this is our last time gathering, we want to make sure this is engaging. So here are some guidelines we have. We do have an official hashtag, it's AYMP celebration. So please tweet at us, tweet your thoughts and your feelings throughout the event today. And our Twitter there is AYEDI Canada. Please note, please only share images of AYEDI team members and we're labeled by our name -AYEDI. And yourself, of course, but not others as they have not provided their consent. We will be recording parts of today's event, but rest assured that your faces will not be on the video. So if you see that little recording icon, don't worry. And every time we are recording, Yasna from our team will be posting a message in the chat so you're aware of which parts are being recorded. That being said, we do encourage you to keep your cameras on to keep the event engaging. We have some great speakers here today to share some knowledge and words with you. Clapping. So as we mentioned, we have some mentors, mentees speaking today, our youth ambassadors. So we want to make this engaging. So you can use the Zoom clapping function to clap for people, or you can turn your mic on and actually clap at the end of relevant presentations to show your support to our speakers today. And participate. So if you do want to speak, you can use the hands up function and we'll have a speakers list. You can also message in the chat box with your thoughts, or if you can message there as well to let us know if you want to speak. So we hope you will be engaging with us today. Okay, so we wanted to take a moment to thank supporters of our program. So as you all know, our mentorship program is funded by the City of Toronto through their Identify and Impact Grant Program. So we do want to thank the city for supporting our program. And without their support, this program would not have been possible. We also want to thank St. Stephen's Community House, which is now known as the Neighborhood Group, for their trusteeship support. They have been a great support, not only with managing kind of the administrative and our finances, but also giving us advice and support with any roadblocks along the way. And I do want to recognize Bjorn, who is here from the Neighborhood Group representing them and spending his time with us today. So thank you for being here. So as you all know, our mentorship program is dedicated to Safiullah Khosrawi. Safiullah was a 15-year-old teenager who was tragically shot and killed. He was caught in gunfire last January in East Scarborough, and he sadly died, and he was only a minute away from home. And so last January was around the time when we were launching this program, and so it seemed appropriate and timely to dedicate the program to Safi. And we hope that it serves as a reminder that, you know, life is short and to live life to its fullest and to aspire to achieve your full potential. So we will later on be having Safi's father here who will be sharing a few of his words with us.
So the mayor was not able to be with us here today, but he has kindly sent us a letter of congratulations, and we wish to read a portion of this letter with you. I need my glasses for this one. And in his letter, he says, I would like to congratulate the 15 youth mentees who are being honored today for successfully completing their mentorship program. This program has provided many opportunities to youth and has enabled our next generation to succeed in their academic and professional endeavors. Thank you to the mentors who generously volunteered their time and talents to offer their mentees a safe space to develop this skill set, while also tackling the unique challenges and issues experienced by Toronto's Afghan Canadian community. So thank you, Mayor, for those kind words.
Okay, so before we get into our guest speakers, we want to have a walk through memory lane. So 3 years ago, in the spring of 2018, we were getting ready to launch AYEDI. We knew from the beginning that we wanted to create a program that provided real support and resources for Afghan youth in Canada. So the idea for a mentorship program was born.
But the road was not always straight. As you know, the program is funded by the City of Toronto through a major grant. This grant allowed us to deliver a high quality experience for you all, including the fan favorites, monthly Uber Eats gift cards, and the honorarias for mentees. Quite frankly, I'm surprised Uber Eats hasn't sponsored us yet. The first time we applied for the grant in 2018, we actually got rejected. Of course, we were disappointed and we were sad, and we weren't sure if we could deliver an exceptional program without any financial support. But instead of giving up on the idea, we tried again. And to our delight, in December 2019, we received the amazing news. We had succeeded and we were funded.
And so the seeds were planted and we launched the program in October of 2020. And this is a picture from our orientation session on October 3rd. And some of you may see your faces here. It seems like so long ago, and we were also young and naive back then. And so what started as a seed is now a garden. And here we are today. And mentorship is like a relay race where the mentors are passing on their baton of knowledge and community service to the mentees. And so mentees, how are you going to run with the baton? Maybe you'll use it to help you plan your life goals, your career goals, or your school goals. Maybe you'll use it to understand your identity and culture. Or maybe you'll just use it to get to know yourself a bit more. How will you pass it on?
For our team, the best part of this program was getting to know all of you. From the moment we met you, your stories, your journeys, your aspirations, and especially your reasons for being a part of our program kept us motivated and driven to support you. We knew that this program was going to be something special before we launched it. But when we got to know each and every one of you, we realized that it was even more than that. For all the work we put into delivering this program, all of you were there matching our efforts every step of the way. You showed us that a group of bright, talented, and driven young Afghans can come together, believe in the same vision, and work towards it hand in hand.
So here are all the mentees in our program. And so to our mentees who took a chance on us and yourselves, who took the huge step of seeking mentorship to help improve your present and future. Asking for guidance and developing trust is not always easy, especially in our culture where it seems like our parents try to do it all on their own. The AYEDI team is so proud of you all, and you will always have a home in our hearts as our first ever cohort of mentees. You are the future.
To our mentors, whose names are listed here now, who dedicated their time, their knowledge, and their skills, who patiently attended group mentorship sessions on Saturdays, Sundays, and even Friday evenings, especially Friday evenings, where we saw how exhausted you were from a long day of work. But that's when we also saw how dedicated and caring you were towards your mentees. To our mentors who made this commitment with only one intention, a deep desire to share with and uplift the next generation. You are community.
To the AYEDI team, to our executive board members who were there from the start of the program, Furuzan, Vida, Zohal, and Marjila, for supporting the program along the way, from group mentorship sessions to monthly team meetings. To our advisory board members, Wadiz and Firishta, who often went beyond their roles to help pull things through. To our new executive board members, Bonin, Yasna, Irina, Marwa, Robina, and Hadia, who are wide-eyed, curious, and whom have already pulled up their sleeves and gotten to work behind the scenes. You are family.
You have given us hope and inspiration that the future for the Afghan diaspora in Canada is bright and clear. Together, we poured our hearts and souls into making this program the success that it was. Together, we built a community of leaders, created lifelong bonds, and learned from each other. So today, we are here to celebrate all of you. All of that emotional stuff aside, now we can get this party started.
Let's go. Okay, so our first speaker is Paul Ainslie. So Paul Ainslie is City Councillor for Ward 24, Scarborough-Guildwood, which is one of the many wards represented by the youth in our program. Paul has proudly represented his community since first being elected in 2006, and he's also my City Councillor. Scarborough-Guildwood is a wonderful, diverse community which over 118,000 people call home. As an effective member of Toronto City Council, Paul brings a broad perspective to City Hall, with more than 20 years of experience at the federal, provincial, and municipal levels of government, an edge when navigating through public policy. Paul has brought respect and transparency to City Hall by not only dragging City Hall into the 21st century and empowered municipal employees to participate by bringing new and innovative ideas to the forefront to open up City Hall. So Paul, I'll pass it on to you.